Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. We're here, it's your boys, it's the jury, you know what it is. So today, we actually have, excitingly for you again, we have our one-on-one section where we're going to see two gents stating their cases. We have Fizz, who's going to represent Team Joburg today, and we have Lethu, who's going to represent Team Cape Town. The boys are very excited for the argument today, and I'm sure it's to be a very contentious one. So guys, the topic for today is who is the best player in the Premier League as of today, this moment? Who is the MVP? Who would you guys want to have on your team no matter what? Who's the best of the best in the English Premier League? I'm going to start off with Fizz in Joburg. Fizz, you know how the rules go. You each have 2 minutes and then you guys go into a 3-minute rebuttal phase. So Fizz, when you're ready, state your case.
Alright, my best player in the Premier League currently as we speak is Harry Kane. I hate to say it as an Arsenal fan, but he really is. He's banging. Let me just give you a quick background on him. 122 appearances, 82 goals, 12 assists. Left foot goals, 18, right foot goals, 53, headed goals, 11, penalties, 12. So he's an all-round striker. Out of the 122 games, he's won 69 games and lost 24. His win percentage is sitting at 57%. Another notable thing about him is that his shot accuracy is just below 50%, which means that he is giving you a lot of buck for his bang. He's a baller. You know, he creates about 19 chances. He's created about 19 chances in the past 2 seasons. Per game, passes per match, he's sitting on 22.5. But there's something about Kane that is very underrated, and I think it's his workmanship, it's his work rate and his defensive duties. He's never been sent off. He always leads the line from the front. He's good at defense, crossing, corners, clearances. So I mean, he works pretty hard on the defensive front. Let's just put it at that. In terms of the honors, his PFA Young Player of the Year 2014-15, Team of the Year for the past 3 years, Golden Boot for 2016-2017. And as of 2017, he is the joint second top striker or top goal scoring striker in Europe's top 5 leagues, behind Messi sitting on 34. He's tied with Lewandowski sitting at 25. The best thing about Harry Kane, I think, is that he leads from the front. He scores goals. And I think with the team that he's playing in Tottenham, I don't think there would be any way without him. I guess what I'm trying to say is that with Pochettino being there, as good as a coach that he is, the reason for Tottenham's current successes is Harry Kane in his blistering form. So I'm going to give it to him as my player of the Premier League. Best player of the Premier League.
All right, fantastic, Fizz. And you were in time there, just by 5 seconds. So well done on that. And now I'm going to bring it over to Lethu here in Cape Town. Lethu, you have 2 minutes. State your case.
Right, well, the guy who I think is the best player in the Premier League is Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard is a creative forward. He plays on the left wing, most of the time free roaming through the pockets in the final third, creating, interlinking, and he's a player who needs very little space and very few touches to operate. He's not lazy to drop back and fetch the ball from deep positions like we saw this past week against Atletico. He was facilitating and creating quite a lot. He scores his fair share of goals. He didn't score a great amount of goals, but I mean for a winger who has to create and score, he scored 16 league goals last season, which was quite impressive. And I think with the argument being who the best player is today, there is no today without a yesterday. So Eden Hazard's yesterday is that he has been part of 2 Chelsea league-winning teams. He starred in both of those campaigns. He has won the EPL Young Player of the Season award. The following season, he won the Players' Writer Award. Sorry, not the Players' Writer. Sorry, the Football Writers and the Players Association Award for Best Player of the Season. He plays my favorite brand of football, which is carpet football. He plays on the floor. He has little touches around the box. He interlinks with his teammates very well. He's the closest thing I think to Lionel Messi in football. He's got BMT. He's not scared of big teams. His take on ratio is the best in the league, I think. For the amount of take-ons he's tried. He's the only player since 2012, he's the only player since 2012 to try over 1,000 take-ons, and he's completed 60% of them. The most take-ons he's completed, personal tally, is against Arsenal. So he's not afraid of big games. He performs in Europe. He is lauded, and he's on the FIFA shortlist year in year out. Premier League team of the season year in year out. And I think Hazard is a very good player. In Chelsea history, he's the 5th highest scorer in the league. So he scores 2.
Gotta stop you there, Lethu. Gotta stop you there. Nice one. You guys have put your cases forward. We have the 2 players. We've got Harry Kane for Fizz and Joburg, and we've got Eden Hazard for Lethu here in Cape Town. Now you guys have 3 minutes for rebuttal. Strictly 3 minutes, guys. Poke, see the flaws and poke each other's arguments. Let's see how it goes. Your 2 minutes starts now.
Okay, start now. Can I start first?
Yeah.
I understand your sentiments via Hazard. He is quite an outstanding talent, but the reason why I think maybe your argument may be lacking a bit of weight is the effectiveness they both have on the game, as well as the effectiveness they have in their respective teams.
I see.
If you look at Eden Hazard, yes, he is a good player. Yes, in fact, yes, he is a great player, and he does contribute immensely to the team.
Yeah.
But when he's injured, or when he's a streaky player, not playing on form, when he's sulking on the field or not having a good game or whatever, the team still sort of gets on without him. Whereas if you look at Kane, the ball does not roll without Kane. Kane is more effective. When you talked about Hazard getting the ball from deep, I was just a bit surprised because, I mean, yes...
Look at his pitch map against Atletico.
But his defense, but Kane's got a better defensive ability as a striker.
But the team is set up so that Hazard doesn't need to do that.
He doesn't affect the team as much.
Okay, Fizz. Now on to Lethu.
Okay, but it's about who has to do more, I think. Hazard does a lot more in terms of facilitating and creating, I think. I mean, dude, his pitch map against Atletico is silly. It covers the whole second half of the pitch and some of behind. He gets it from the back sometimes if they're in a comfortable position in the game. I mean, sorry, what was I going to say? Oof.
Okay,
back to you, Fizz.
Back to you, actually.
Based on what you're saying, you're talking about someone who, or what someone has to do in the game, or who has to do more versus what they actually do. Bruh, Kane from the halfway line going forward does everything for Spurs. I'm not disputing.
Sorry. Can I go back to? Sorry, can I quickly?
Eriksen. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm not disputing Eriksen and Ali. I'm just saying Kane his own can spur on the Spurs to any victory.
He needs the supply. Don't sleep on the supply from Eriksen and Ali, dude.
He assists. Dog, he does it all, bro. He does it all.
Hazard does it all and plays the game a lot more beautifully. It's about who brings it more on their day, and I think Eden Hazard. When do Chelsea lose when Hazard has a big game? Never. Ever.
Okay. How many games do Spurs even lose when Harry Kane scores 1 or 2 goals?
But dog, even when he was injured, no, wait, sharp, he does.
This year, sorry.
That's fine. Hazard's been injured. That's fine. Okay, what I'm saying is, when Kane was injured last year, I don't think they did that badly with Son as the focal point. I don't think they were doing that badly. And when Hazard was out, that's just them having depth. They've got Pedro and Willian for that reason. That's not his fault that they've got depth.
Can I ask you this? Is Son as or close to as good as Kane is?
Nah, because they don't play the same position.
Okay, but you literally use him in the example. Whatever. Anyway, my thing about Hazard.
I think he did well enough.
You can use Pedro. They will still give you the same outputs. They will still.
No, it's not. It's different. It's different. Hazard is world class.
Fizz, stop it. Fizz. You don't want to get a card. You know what, guys? It's done. You guys have had your time to rebut. You guys have stated your cases.
Second highest Chelsea.
Let's let the jury come in and decide who won this argument. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. So, ladies and gentlemen, we had Lethu and Fizz putting together their arguments for who they think is the best player in the Premier League, and now we got the members of the jury to decide who won this debate and who stated their case the best. I'm going to start in Joburg first. Sanza, just who you pick, one sentence why you picked them. So Sanza, you start us off. Who you got?
Alright, thank you, Vela. I choose Fizz. I think his argument was more convincing. I think a few things that Lethu said were not true in a sense. I think Fizz's argument in general was well put. But yeah, shout out to Lethu. But I'll choose Fizz.
isn't true.
Okay, all right, sure. Okay, I'm gonna bring it over to Khanya now here in Cape Town. Khanya, who do you have winning the debate?
Yeah, Fizz. Yeah, his argument was just a lot better. Like he went in a bit. Like, yeah. So,
Okay, all right, and then just for interest's sake now, it's just academic now. Kaya, who did you have winning the debate and why?
Are we sweeping? Sorry.
I wouldn't lie. To be honest, I wasn't really convinced by either of them when they stated their cases.
Heartbreaking.
But Fizz convinced me during the rebuttal phase, so I have to give it to Fizz.
Because he spoke for.
So that's what it is. Lethu joins Sansa on being swept. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this week. For this week's one-on-one, both gentlemen stated their cases. Harry Kane coming through as being represented as the best player in the Premier League.
A lie.
Keep it locked.